This is the day that I put together my electric hog netting from Premier One. They call it their hog block, and I bought 100 feet. This is the first box. The entire package came in 2 separate boxes. This box contained the actual netting and also the extra posts that I bought, which later on in the videos I will definitely suggest getting those. Something I also suggest doing is carrying around your Kindle or your tablet. Download the instructions on this thing if you're going to be out in the woods, because I was questioning whether or not there was actually printed instructions, which there turned out to be. But it would really be difficult if you got all the way back in the woods with everything that you're trying to construct. You open the box on your brand new whatever it is, and lo and behold, there's no instructions. So, just opening the box, definitely looking for the instructions, and lo and behold, they gave me instructions. It comes in a bag with some extra parts for repairing. They gave you some extra netting and some other parts that they think that you may need just in case your electric netting gets damaged. I also got the electric tester. It's the wireless tester, which was another $10, but you know, maybe it seemed a little cheap, but for $10 it'll help me, because I am carrying all this stuff out in the woods and walking back and forth looking for something that you may need to make sure the stuff works. Gets to be a lot of work after a little while. I like to, if I'm going to order something like this, which this costs almost $400 in all, the netting and the charger and the extra poles, which these are my extra poles right here. I ordered 10 extra poles, and I thought that that was going to be too many. That turned out to be just about enough, and I bought 100 feet of the hog fence. I came about this decision because I was pricing electric fencing, and electric fencing is expensive. This package is lightweight. I can carry it a long distance myself, and it hopefully works. I just need the hogs to stay away. Just needs to keep things out. Of course, upon looking at it, it looked a little small. I thought that the actual fencing was going to be taller than it actually is. Now, it's designed for hogs, which hogs don't jump too far, but deers do. But to think about it, I don't think they make a fencing tall enough for deer. Right now, the instructions say to plan out your layout real well, and I'm deciding to put it here in the corner that I'm pointing towards, because that's south. You can see it's not quite noontime. I'm sitting in the shade, but the sun is beginning to move towards me. So if I put the charger in the corner where I was pointing at, it will get the most sun in the morning, and then the sun moves in that direction, and it'll still get plenty of sunlight at night, hopefully. Well, reading through the instructions, it says to untie and unrolling the net. Kind of got to figure out which side is up. Well, the black part of this netting is not charged, and it's actually the bottom. And just untying the two strings, and another big challenge is to make sure that this stuff does not get entangled. So eventually that becomes self-explanatory if you buy this. With this roll not in the ground, the height of the fence comes up to about the bottom of my hip. If it's stuck in the ground, it may come up about the top of my knee. That's how short this fencing is. After you untie the roll, you kind of grab it by all the plastic rods that are the stakes and pick it up, and then kind of drop the stakes down. It's fairly self-explanatory. The instructions recommend 2 people, and that's true. You can do this one. I did this one by myself, but of course if it were a taller fence, I could see where you definitely need 2 people. This fencing also teaches you where you did not clear your area enough, because if there is something for it to get entangled on, it will definitely tangle itself onto it. The fencing is very lightweight, but later on in the video I figure out that it does give a little charge, and the charge isn't enough to hurt anybody, but it definitely startles you and you don't want to touch it again. I figure animals will probably think the same thing. I'm about to go around the camera and get the thing caught directly on the camera. So better have all your sticks picked up.